Hollywood on edge. Chalamet and Jenner, a romance derailed? A single unsubstantiated whisper has ignited a social media wildfire, sending tremors through the celebrity landscape. Sources are suggesting that Timothée Chalamet has ended his relationship with Kylie Jenner, a claim that has sent shockwaves across the internet. The initial flicker of this rumor began with a subtle observation. Online sleuths noticed a sudden cessation of Kylie's engagement with Timothee's online presence. Chalamet himself, typically guarded in his public persona, retreated into complete digital silence. This fueled speculation, with whispers of a tense phone call and a decisive break quickly circulating. Media outlets, ever vigilant, seized upon the story, citing anonymous sources close to the couple. The whirlwind romance, an unexpected pairing that quickly went viral, now appears to be unraveling under the intense pressures of fame. Insiders suggest that Chalamet felt increasingly emotionally drained, a sentiment echoed by those close to him. The fundamental contrast between Jenner's high-profile, meticulously curated existence and Chalamet's preference for a more private life became a significant point of friction. While breakup rumors had surfaced previously, this instance carries a distinct weight, a sense of finality that has captivated the public. One source described the atmosphere as icy, distant, and irrevocably broken. Reports indicate that Chalamet had begun distancing himself in the weeks leading up to the rumors, allegedly avoiding events, brand collaborations, and gatherings at the Jenner residence. Kylie, reportedly attempting to salvage the relationship, was said to have felt blindsided by his actions. Adding fuel to the fire, Chalamet allegedly confided in close friends, stating, "I can't do this anymore," a sentiment that rapidly spread across social media platforms. Theories surrounding the breakup exploded across the internet. Some posited that it was a calculated move to shield the relationship from further scrutiny, a strategic retreat from the relentless public eye. Others speculated that it was a PR maneuver, a carefully orchestrated diversion designed to distract from other, potentially damaging news. However, a growing chorus of fans and observers insisted that the Chalamet breakup was genuine, a casualty of conflicting lifestyles and overwhelming pressure. Kylie was spotted driving alone in Los Angeles late at night, conspicuously avoiding known paparazzi hotspots, a move interpreted as an attempt to evade the media frenzy. Timothee was seen leaving a film studio, his head bowed, refusing to answer questions from reporters, further fueling the speculation. Then a twist emerged, adding a new layer of complexity to the narrative. A leaked message, purportedly originating from within Kylie's inner name circle, claimed that the split was not mutual. Kylie reportedly wished to continue the relationship, but Timothee needed space to refocus on his various projects without the constant glare of the public spotlight. This leak reignited the story, sending fans and media outlets scrambling for additional information. Kylie subtly began removing references to Timothee from her social media accounts, a digital scrubbing that was quickly noticed and dissected by her millions of followers. This soft launch of a breakup, as some termed it, only intensified the online frenzy. The deafening silence from both parties only amplified the tension surrounding the situation. Reporters staked out studios, hoping to catch a glimpse of either star. Drone cameras hovered near the Jenner residence in Calabasas, capturing every movement from above. Another insider, claiming to be close to Chalamet, offered a different perspective. This source asserted that stress, conflicting schedules, and fundamental lifestyle differences had gradually eroded the foundation of the relationship. According to this insider, Chalamet craved simplicity and normalcy, a stark contrast to Kylie's world, which revolved around cameras and a constant public presence. He reportedly felt overwhelmed by the relentless spotlight that followed her every move, a feeling of being swallowed by the machine of celebrity. The insider described a growing emotional disconnect between the two, a widening chasm that proved impossible to bridge. Missed calls, postponed dates, and increasingly superficial conversations became the norm. Chalamet reportedly felt unheard and unseen within the relationship, his needs and desires overshadowed by the demands of Kylie's public persona. Kylie, on the other hand, felt that he was becoming distant and withdrawn without providing a clear explanation, leaving her feeling confused and insecure. The tension between them built quietly, like a slow-burning fuse, until it reached a breaking point. Fans who attended a private event described Chalamet as unusually withdrawn and preoccupied, a stark contrast to his typically engaging demeanor. Kylie's inner circle reportedly noticed a significant shift in her mood and demeanor. She became quieter, less active on social media, and seemed generally subdued, a shadow of her former self. Friends reportedly rallied around her, offering support during what appeared to be an incredibly difficult time. Meanwhile, the internet continued to demand answers, dissecting every detail and speculating wildly about the cause of the breakup. A high-level source possessing direct knowledge of the situation claimed that Timothee was the one who initiated the split. He emphasized that Chalamet cared deeply for Kylie, but felt unable to continue the relationship in its current form. The breakup was described as respectful, even tender, but ultimately final, a mature decision reached after careful consideration. This revelation stunned many fans who had anticipated a more dramatic or scandalous explanation, a narrative filled with conflict and betrayal. The narrative shifted dramatically with the understanding that Chalamet, known for his calm, thoughtful and private nature, had been the one to end the relationship. It wasn't about drama, scandal, or chaos, but rather a fundamental incompatibility, a recognition that their paths were diverging. It was the story of two individuals with vastly different worlds, energies, down on Southford Tree, and visions for the future, a clash of lifestyles that proved insurmountable. As speculation continues to swirl, the story is far from over. Fans remain glued to their screens, searching for any sign, any clue that might shed light on the situation. The world watches as two influential figures navigate the end of their high-profile romance, a spectacle of modern love and loss, played out on the global stage. The next 24 hours brought even more confusion, and showed what could die. conflicting reports further muddying the waters. Paparazzi captured Kylie in Beverly Hills, adding another layer to the unfolding drama. She wore a muted hoodie, minimal makeup, and lacked her usual air of confidence, a stark contrast to her typically glamorous appearance. Her silence and visible tension ignited new headlines and fueled further speculation, turning every mundane action into a potential clue. The footage quickly circulated across social media platforms and news outlets, dissected and analyzed by millions. Timothee was spotted leaving a private residence with a group of 4 friends. He lingered behind the group, appearing contemplative and lost in thought. Without smiling or acknowledging anyone, a picture of quiet melancholy. He then slipped into a waiting black SUV, disappearing back into the Kylie anonymity of the city. Comment sections on social media exploded with reactions ranging from sympathy to anger to disbelief. A cacophony of voices expressing a wide range of emotions. A previously silent insider hinted at a specific triggering moment that pushed the relationship past its breaking point, a single event that shattered the fragile equilibrium. However, the insider refused to elaborate on the nature of this moment, leading fans to speculate wildly about what could have transpired behind closed doors. Kylie's business accounts showed a noticeable shift in activity, further fueling the rumors and adding to the sense of unease. A planned launch promo featuring Timothee was unexpectedly delayed, without explanation from either side, a seemingly innocuous decision that was quickly interpreted as a sign of deeper troubles. Fans quickly connected the dots, assuming the delay was directly related to the breakup rumors, a confirmation of their worst fears. A source from Timothee's circle confirmed that he had been emotionally distant in recent weeks. He had been primarily focused on his film commitments and various industry meetings, prioritizing his career over his personal life. The source stated that he simply lacked the mental space and emotional bandwidth for a high-profile relationship at this time, a desire for quiet and stability in a world of constant chaos. He wanted quiet, stability, and a sense of clarity in his life. However, Kylie's side painted a different picture of the situation, a contrasting narrative that further complicated the story. An insider claimed that she felt completely blindsided by Timothee's decision, a betrayal that left her reeling. She was reportedly hurt but remained composed, focusing her energy on her children and her various business ventures, a display of resilience in the face of heartbreak. Whispers of underlying trust issues within the relationship began to emerge, adding a layer of suspicion to the already complex situation. Communication between Kylie and Timothee had been strained for months, with reports of missed messages and conflicting priorities, a breakdown in the fundamental building blocks of any relationship. Kylie and Timothee stopped liking each other's posts on social media, a seemingly small detail that felt incredibly significant to their millions of followers, a digital divorce that mirrored the unraveling of their real-world relationship. A report suggested that the breakup actually happened several days before the rumors began circulating online, a period of quiet deliberation before the storm broke. They had a final honest conversation to address their issues, a last attempt to salvage what remained of their connection. During this conversation, they reportedly expressed their frustrations and fears about the future of the relationship, laying bare their vulnerabilities and insecurities. The conversation ultimately ended with a mutual agreement. The relationship simply wasn't sustainable in the long term. A recognition that their differences were too great to overcome. The split wasn't explosive or hateful, but rather a recognition that their two powerful worlds could no longer coexist harmoniously. A mature decision reached after careful consideration. Fans remained deeply divided in their opinions about the breakup. A reflection of the complex emotions surrounding the situation. Some firmly believed that the split was permanent and irreparable. Final chapter in their love story. Others insisted that they might eventually reconcile, given their strong connection, clinging to the hope of a future reunion. Many believed that the full truth of the situation hadn't yet been revealed and that there were still secrets to uncover, a sense that the story was far from over. People close to both camps continued to offer contradictory accounts of what had transpired, adding to the confusion and speculation. New footage emerged showing Kylie visiting Kris Jenner's home, adding another layer of intrigue to the unfolding saga. A glimpse into the support system surrounding the young mogul. Kylie's posture appeared tense and guarded. Her eyes looked swollen, suggesting that she had been crying, a sign of the emotional toll the breakup was taking. Kris stood beside her with her arms crossed, looking serious and concerned, pale, a picture of maternal support and strength. Commentators speculated that Kris was actively managing the fallout from the breakup and providing support to her daughter, a role she has played countless times in the past. Kylie canceled a scheduled public appearance, citing unexpected personal commitments as the reason for her withdrawal, a sign that she needed time to heal and regroup. Kylie stepping back from her work obligations was seen as a seismic sign that the breakup was taking a significant toll on her. A recognition that even the most successful individuals are not immune to heartbreak. Timothee hadn't been photographed in public for nearly 48 hours, adding to the mystery surrounding his whereabouts and state of mind. A period of seclusion and reflection. He looked noticeably drained and weary when he finally reappeared in public, a visible sign of the emotional strain he was under. He met privately with his management team, presumably to discuss how to navigate the ongoing media explosion surrounding the breakup. A strategic planning session in the midst of a public crisis. A columnist revealed that the breakup may have been triggered by a fundamental disagreement about the future of the relationship, a clash of expectations and desires. Kylie reportedly wanted more clarity and commitment from Timothee, a desire for a deeper connection and a more public display of affection. She felt increasingly frustrated by his reluctance to appear with her in public and fully embrace their relationship, a feeling of being kept at arm's length. Timothee, on the other hand, felt overwhelmed by the constant attention and scrutiny, a desire to protect his privacy and maintain a sense of normalcy in his life. This fundamental clash of desires was ultimately the tipping point that led to the breakup, an irreconcilable difference that shattered their fragile bond. Body language experts began dissecting older video clips of Kylie and Timothee, searching for subtle signs of strain and tension, attempting to decode the unspoken language of their relationship. They pointed out micro-expressions and nonverbal cues that suggested the relationship had been struggling for some time. A retrospective analysis of their interactions, the immense external pressure of fame and public expectation may have played a significant role in the breakup, a reminder of the unique challenges faced by celebrities. Another insider claimed that Kylie and Timothee were still communicating with each other despite the split, a sign that the door wasn't completely closed on a potential reconciliation. The situation wasn't necessarily a definitive breakup, but rather a temporary reset, a pause to reassess their priorities and needs, a chance to breathe and reflect. The door wasn't completely closed on a potential reconciliation. In the future, a glimmer of hope for those who still believed in their connection. Kylie posted a cryptic Instagram story simply stating, "Taking time for myself." It felt intimate and quietly heartbreaking, offering a glimpse into her emotional state, a moment of vulnerability shared with millions. Timothee remained completely offline, maintaining his silence, a stoic response to the media frenzy. Experts predict that the next 72 hours could be crucial in determining the ultimate outcome of this situation, a period of intense scrutiny and speculation. The world is watching with laser focus, waiting to see what happens next, captivated by the unfolding drama. The situation is more than just a celebrity breakup rumor. It's a cultural moment that reflects the intense pressure of fame, the fragility of modern relationships, and the complex emotional realities that lie behind glossy magazine covers and carefully curated social media feeds. This saga highlights the ongoing struggle to balance personal needs and desires with the relentless demands of public expectation, a constant negotiation between authenticity and performance. The contrasting desires for privacy and visibility ultimately proved insurmountable for Kylie and Timothee, a testament to the challenges of navigating love in the age of social media. The story serves as a stark reminder that even the most glamorous and seemingly perfect lives are ultimately subject to human vulnerabilities and the universal challenges of love and relationships, a humbling reminder of our shared humanity. As the dust settles, one thing remains clear: the public's fascination with celebrity relationships and their inevitable ups and downs shows no signs of waning. The Chalamet-Jenner saga, whether a temporary pause or final chapter, will undoubtedly continue to be dissected and discussed for weeks, if not months, to come, serving as a cautionary tale and a reflection of our own complex relationship with fame, love, and the relentless gaze of the digital age.